Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Y'all make sure you go sub to my man Heavy Bag Boxing, baby.
Get your dumb ass in and hit this bag.
The Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Y'all just go ahead and subscribe to Heavy Bag Boxing TV because he be looking.
And Heavy Bag Boxing.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Yo, shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV. That's my little bro.
Flintstone 412 in the building. Shout out to my guy Tio, Heavy Bag Boxing TV. Get your bitch ass in here and hit this bag.
Heavy Bag Boxing, alright? You heard it from me. You heard it here first.
Heavy Bags Boxing. Straight out of Norfolk, baby. Let's go.
What's up, y'all? Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
You are tuned in to Heavy Bag Boxing. Get your and hit this bag, dude.
Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing. It's the one and only Blair the Blair. Woo!
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Zach, Super Duder, 6-time champion world. I'm giving a big shout out to my home team, Heavy Bag TV. You heard? Keep it live.
This is Showtime Sean Porter, and you are watching Heavy Bag Boxing.
You too. Crazy work.
Yo, that's crazy work.
You can't treat him like any of the other niggas around here because he ain't like any of the other niggas around here. You got it?
That is most definitely a fact. Jack, what up, YouTube? Big T.O., Heavy Bag TV. Man, if you don't get your big goof ass in here and hit the bang. Oh, man, we back like we never left. Real quick, because I be forgetting to shout out my members, man. Members of the channel, actual members who rock with your boy, man. My guy John out of the BX for sure. D1's Angry White Man podcast. I got an Angry White Man that is a member of the channel. Thank you, Angry White Man. Sean Franklin, Tyree Celestine, Skip the Stepper, G Wavy. Thank you all, man, for being members of the damn channel, man. That's love, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Big shout out to the members. For sure. My bad, Casino. I got the video. I didn't add it just yet. I got you though. I promise you, I got you. Shout out to the usual suspects already in the chat, man. My guy Red throwing straight facts, boxing, punch talk. You already know, man. DJ in the building. What up, fellas? What up? What it is? Definitely got to talk about Turk's tournament, man. And I should be having a special guest join your boy, hanging out with your boy for a little bit in a few minutes. If you didn't read the title and you just click right in, don't even worry about it. When he get here, he gets here. All right, nigga might be fashionably late. You feel me? But Turk's tournament. Shout out my guy 9 in the chat. What up, 9 1/3 boxer? Now, if you guys haven't seen, Turkey Al-Sheikh, who owns the ring, posted this picture earlier today with him up there, and it says the fights that basically he wants to see, and that involved, of course, the Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia rematch, or Ryan Garcia Devin Haney rematch, or Garcia Haney 2, and Boots versus Teofimo Lopez. And on the caption it says the winners fight one another, right? So just like this little mini tournament between the four of them, where whoever wins, of course, Garcia Haney 2 fights the winner of Boots and Jerron, or Jerron Boots Ennis and Teofimo Lopez. And I got to be honest, I love it. And in my opinion, that's cleaning up some more shit, right? These are all fights we want to see at the end of the day, all right? You want to see Ryan Garcia take on a Teofimo Lopez or a Boots Ennis. You want to see Boots mix it up with Teofimo Lopez. I think Boots probably has the advantage there a little bit, right? Because if all of these take place, they have to take place at 47, right? Because we can't expect Boots to come down to 40. And it's a bit interesting too, because I felt like if anybody wanted to fight Teofimo Lopez, it will be for that lineal status at 140 pounds. Now, I know Ryan Garcia probably wouldn't be interested because he can't make 140 pounds. More than likely, neither can Boots. But for Devin Haney, he don't mind going Skeletor and chasing the accolades. So that's interesting. But it makes all the sense in the world for this little Turkey tournament to transpire at 147 pounds. And if it does, which it just makes the most sense, kind of gives Boots the advantage, right? That's where he's been fighting at. That's where he's been comfortable at. He ducked Virgil Ortiz at 54, so he can stay at 147 pounds, where he made his bones. But when you look at Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, when they weighed in their last fight, you had basically a couple of middleweight, right? I can't remember the exact number, but they was both floating around the middleweight side, right? So I don't see that being a big issue. I think the only smaller man in this 4-man competition would be Teofimo Lopez. Anybody would be at some sort of a weight disadvantage. It probably would be Teofimo. But nonetheless, hell of a skill set from Teofimo. He's been calling out Jerron Boots Ennis. That's one of the fights that he's wanted. And of course, that would take place for Jerron Boots Ennis IBF title at 147 pounds. But if that happens, let's just say the second half, what happens for the first half? Because again, this is a Boots Ennis who wanted his next fight to be some sort of unification. Now, the last we heard, there was talks with, of course, Amanda Stanionis about that unification, about maybe that happens before the Teofimo Lopez fight. And are we certain that he gets past Stanionis? And Stanionis upsets the apple cart, right? And of course, you're hearing about Devin Haney versus Ramirez and Ryan Garcia versus a pit bull. A lot of these things I feel like can upset the apple cart if I'm not mistaken, right? Like, that's a dangerous fight, especially for Ryan Garcia and Pitbull. I think that could end up being, that could steal that could potentially be fight of the year, bro. In my opinion, depending on how Ryan Garcia decides to fight him, if that fight actually happens. So it's a lot of situations that could transpire that upset this kind of Turkey tournament apple cart, but definitely looking forward to it. He say G-Day punch is your G-Day, bro. Oh, he said good day. Oh, good day. See, in the hood, G-Day might mean birthday. My bad, DJ. Dante's Boxing Talk in the building as well. What up, Mike? Guy say Big Turk said PBC one of his partners in a tweet too. Whoa, for real? I did not know that, and I'm sure a lot of other people didn't. That's breaking news. Breaking news, nigga. Big Turk said PBC is now one of his partners in a tweet. I'm gonna hold you to that, Dante. You got me reporting that shit. That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out DJ in the chat. He say Heavy Turkey has 2 tournaments in the mix, the Grand Prix, plus he's trying to make an elimination tournament in his states. No doubt, man. That's what's up, man. Turkey out here working. 9 in the chat. He say I can't wait to see these tournaments. For sure, man. Me neither, man. And I'm trying to think, like, which one y'all like the best? You know what I mean? Like, what's the best fight? And I ain't gonna lie, man, that Teofimo Lopez Boots fight interests the hell out of me, even though, again, I believe Boots has the goods and I think the advantage. you just never know with T.O., man. You know, and you know, I'm always giving cats they credit on my channel. If nobody else gonna give you no credit, you're gonna get some kind of credit here. And I gotta give him credit for what he's been able to do, whether you thought it was subpar competition or not. The nigga did it, right? He is a two-time unified and lineal and champion, bro, at the end of the day. And you know, given some of Boot's performances, somebody like T.O., it's I'm just put it this way. I'm gonna call that. I'm not even. I want to say I ain't gonna say I'm gonna say that's a 55-45 fight, right? Depending on what T.O. show up, man, it could be a good scrap, bro. At the end of the day, for sure. Cornelius Burnett in the building. What up, my guy? Player, you know, from the Himalaya, for sure. But yeah, I like that fight, man. I like both of those fights, man. And then, you know, we got a banger coming up with David Benavidez. Listen, this year so far, from what we've hearing, with the matchups we got, the crazy better BF Vol card, man, I'm liking all this. Oh, more breaking news. God damn it. Breaking news, nigga. It appears that they have added the Rayo Venezuela versus Gary Antoine Russell fight to the Tank Davis and Lamont Roach fight. God damn, man. Matter of fact, boo that shit, man. I'm hating right now. Boo. Yeah. Boo that shit. Boo that shit. The only reason why I'm saying boo that shit is because I wanted to steal that fight, but I can't because they didn't add Antoine Russell to it and Rayo, and I think that's a hell of a scrap. Oh man, backstage. Hold on, guys. Let me get them right and bring them to the stage. Hopefully, we don't have no technical difficulties, and it's a smooth scream. Let's do it. Welcome everybody to the stage. Oh my God. Blair, the motherfucking Flair Cobbs. What up, boss? I appreciate you for coming and dropping in on your boy.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you.
For sure, man. For sure. I appreciate you, showing that love, man. We got a chance to bump shoulders out there in Vegas, man. And, thanks, man, just for showing love and coming through and rocking out, man, for sure.
All the time. Always pull up, man. I'm pulling up on everybody.
That's what's up. No doubt. Appreciate you. Now, listen, man, I gotta, because I ain't really heard nobody ask you this question, and I wanted to start it off because there is a lot of pro wrestling fans out there, include myself, coming up. I mean, not so much these days, but definitely coming up, huge influence. And we can tell that that's a huge influence on you, man. So, when it came to pro wrestling, was you a huge fan, man?
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge pro wrestling fan. I was around for the D Generation X days.
No doubt.
That was my everything back in those days.
Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
Yep.
X-Pac.
Triple H.
Yeah. The whole suck it.
On the last fight.
Way. Yeah, because you can see that come out in your personality. So, hey, absolutely. Now, listen, Blair, last we heard from you, man, you had this huge win, of course, over the 4-weight division former champion, Adrian the Problem Broner, man. I think that was June of last year, man. You are now currently the People's Champ, the WBC People's Champ, man. That was dope to give y'all and let you represent with that scrap right there. What's in the pipeline for Blair Cobbs, man? Because listen, there's a lot of fans out here that's excited and want to see you fight. I think we've seen you prove yourself over and over and over again, and we want to see you out there in some of these big matchups, man. So can you let us know what's going on?
Well, right now we're working on some big things for this year. There's no shortage of good fights that we can make happen, regardless whether these guys want to pull the trigger or not. Blair Flair's status is going to be going up regardless. I'm going to be getting a fight regardless. Very very soon. I give it like maybe like 2.5 months. Yeah, I should.
Okay, so maybe 2.5 months, you might have an announcement.
No, I should have an announcement sooner than that.
Sooner than that. Okay, is it possible to tell us who might be on the table for you?
Well, right now, well, this is how I'm thinking. Since Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney's doing their thing, and that's probably going to take a while.
Yeah.
So I'll probably catch Ryan back end of this year.
Okay.
Which is the fight that I really want to make sure that happens.
Hold on real quick, just so we all know, that's the fight that you really want, the Ryan Garcia fight.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's a big hit. But in the meantime, I mean, there is another target that I can pivot to and like start forcing these negotiations. Cause homeboy is broke, ain't got no money, ain't got no time for nothing. Like he's on here calling everybody out, and nobody cares.
Who?
And that guy is Teofimo Lopez.
Oh shit! Call it like it is, Blair. Call it like it is.
Wants to play.
Right. So definitely two potential future opponents, maybe in 2025 for Blair the Flair.
Yes. This year. But in the meantime, we're gonna keep it going, keep the ball rolling. I'm looking forward to fighting at least 4 times this year, just knocking them down, boom, 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 and giving you guys like excitement in the fights. You know what I mean? Giving you more excitement in the state of boxing.
For sure. And listen, man, that's what you bring, bro. Whether, people fail to realize it or not, a Blair Cobbs fight is exciting, man. You bring excitement to the ring. Shout out everybody who pays attention to Blair Cobbs, man, and understands that, this is what you do, and you're very good at it, man. So that's what's up, man. So real quick, the situation you got with DK Promotions is, are you still there? That's still home for you?
Yeah, it's still home for me. To treat me good. We're going to do a lot of big things and bringing DK back, man.
Right.
Don King back, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever before.
Okay.
The last of great champions is going to be Blair the Flair. Knocking out pretty much all the biggest names in boxing, and captivating the world once more.
No doubt. Now, AB said he wanted that smoke again. He wanted that rematch. Was that something that y'all was potentially thinking?
He say that?
Yeah. He said he wanted this get back, man. Was that possible, or is we moving on? It's on to the next one.
I wish you would say something, man. I'm in everybody's mouth. Anything about me, I'm all over. I'm starving. I'm hungry.
Right.
I'm just
would that be something that you would entertain?
2 million for,
Well, would that be something you would entertain though?
Absolutely. Well, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Once that gig back, we can definitely talk about it. It's going to be kind of hard to talk about it when, like, the way he lost.
Yeah.
Let's put it like this. Rarely do anybody's ass whooping goes viral like that. The way I whooped this man's ass, the way I clowned him, the way it happened, with the puppet, the inside and outside the ring, you would have thought I moonwalked too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no doubt. Yeah, it was thorough. It was
a lot. So I wish nothing but the best for AB. I'm actually an AB fan, believe it or not.
I could tell.
Dreams. He don't even know.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for that opportunity for years.
Word. That's what's up. All right, man. So yeah, Ryan's the big fish that you would really want to catch, man. So you say you want to fight 4 times this year. So that means we got to get you a couple of tune-ups out there. But you're looking to actually step back in the ring in about 2.5 months.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Now,
get my body in shape, ready to go, and then after that, I'm not taking off the gas. Ain't no days off for me after that. We're going all the way down there. We're tearing everybody down. I'm staying in shape, and like if there's no scratches, no injuries,
yeah,
God given, I'll get back in there. Like
no
boom,
doubt.
and I'm just knocking them down fast.
Okay, bet. All right, well, shit. Since I got you, man, and
I'm
go
not
ahead.
going after ducks. We're going after like big names. Big names. Hey, Karen. We'll run through all of those guys.
Like who? Like
Right.
Karen Shuckajon?
Huh?
You said Karen Shuckajon?
Yeah. He's a great fighter. Why not?
Yeah.
Run it.
I like that. I like that fight, man. I like that.
Easy work. Smoke him. You ain't gotta knock him out.
Yeah.
If he knocks himself out, he knocks himself out. And that's what it is. And if
I dig it.
You lose too. But there's always something entertaining that happens when I get in the ring.
Man, that's a fact for sure. That's for damn sure, Blair. Well, shit, since I got you, man, you hanging out. I was doing this show, definitely, wanted to give you the interview, but I'm also speaking about this new little tournament Turkey just put out there. Of course, you mentioned that you got the Haney Garcia rematch, that Haney Garcia 2, and now Turk saying that he's calling for, and if he's calling for it, he's willing to pay for it. Jerron Ennis versus Teofimo Lopez. And listen, I like both of these matchups, but I got to ask you, especially with the Haney Garcia 2. What do you see there, man? Is this a smart move for Devin to go knocking on that door again, or is this something he should have just kind of moved on from? Or, what do you see happening there?
Look, man, I feel that Blair needs to be in the midst of all of this. All of these fights. Because neither one of them can handle somebody as crazy as me. I feel like I'm a bad, it's like this, man. When I show up, it's like there's a real bad funk in the air. You ever had like a bad smell and like oh, and everybody start walking back and they start stepping back. They start looking at you different. They look down. They don't look at you in the face.
Yeah.
That happened when Blair shows up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I believe it, man. Listen, I believe that, and I think a lot of people, man, across so many platforms that I've seen, who give you your credit, man, who give you your just due, and that's extremely believable. I just don't understand, where the hiccup comes in at, or with DK and moving the way he's been moving. Hopefully we can see that, man, because we want to see it. You know what I'm saying? If it was a button that I could push right now to put that one of those fights together, I would. But I guess it's more about how could we go about getting you there. You know what I'm saying?
Because we want to talk about like Jerron Ennis fighting people, right?
Yeah.
One fight he don't want to talk about. Not even his promoter. His promoter don't even believe in him.
Yeah. He ain't answering no Blair Cobbs questions.
Like, yo, when I show up, shit be changing, man. Like, people ain't as tough as they thought they were. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this: you got some sparring rounds in with Jerron?
I had a little bit back in the day when I was like off and whatnot. He did good. You know what I mean? He was a guy that I really didn't take serious. I mean, at the time, I'm like the baddest dude around, and then on top of that, like I'm so bad that motherfuckers don't even spar me, dude. People don't love to spar me. You know what I mean? And like it gotten so bad. I don't even show up to the gym, man. I show up to the gym when they call me, when somebody done calls wreck from out of town or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Call me to fix motherfuckers.
Hold up. So let me get this straight. You ain't getting no sparring calls. Don't nobody want to spar Blair Cobbs.
No, back in the day it was pretty bad. Let's put it like this. There was a couple of things about me that just made it way too much for most people to deal with me. One, mentally, I'm a mind fuck. I be fucking their minds up. Motherfuckers, after me, people start changing their minds about boxing. They be like, man, do I really got it like that? I thought I was.
Should I be fucking around in the ring?
Yeah, like I had great fighters. I had great fighters like change their mind about how good they really were. Like fucking Steonis and shit. Like motherfuckers tough as hell. But after me, he's like, man, I don't know if I'm that good. Like, bro, you're still that good. Like you're a fucking champion. Calm down. Like,
no doubt.
But that's like the type of shit that happens with somebody like me, right? And then the thing is this: physically gifted ability is like so high that it can be kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like fast reflexes, fast hand and eye coordination, incredibly strong power that usually is like in the midst of light punches. You don't even know what's happening until it's over. And then like fast speed with feet, hands. It's just a lot to deal with. I can overwhelm people with volume. I can hurt people with just power. Basically, what ends up happening is that people are just in there in my playground, and I'm just bullshitting.
Hey man, well look, we've seen you display some of these things you highlighting, man. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. And again, a travesty at 17. What you 17 and 110 knockouts, man, and some credible opponents on the resume now. They should be beating your door down, brother.
Yeah, man, don't nobody want to beat my door down. And they act like my door is fucking got like an electric fence around it and shit. They act like my door like my door's got smallpox on it or something. Like they scared to come to my door, man. Like they act like it's a haunted mansion out this piece. Like no, just come over here. You know what I mean? But right now, that's just what it is. Right now, boxing is full of people that wants to manipulate and play the game of business before entertainment.
Yeah.
And then you have somebody like me that's bigger than all of that. That just wants to make the great fights happen and that believes in themselves and that truly is great. It's different when you have a bunch of people that's acting great and then actual greatness.
No doubt.
There's only one person in boxing today that's calls themselves the great one. There's a difference in that, man. You know how scary Muhammad Ali is?
Man, don't even get me started.
Yo, if these motherfuckers was in the today's time, most of these people would have did the most to not even fight Muhammad Ali.
Word.
And imagine if he didn't have those crazy layoffs. Yep. Now the thing is, right, coming off of layoffs, they think they got a chance. Just like AB. 2-year layoff. I mean, we haven't seen him in 2 years. Boom! Oh, hold up, time out.
Nigga, I thought you was inactive for 2 years. Where that come from?
Or they be like, oh, hold up. He took a loss to Rocha on a 1 week notice. I think he's done. Boom! Oh, first round. Oh, that 2 rounds. You know.
And see, a lot of people don't know that. They take that loss to Rocha out of context. Like you just said, that was a 1 week notice.
So
right.
Yeah, of course. Golden Boy, they wanted to play the games to manipulate and try to make things what it's not.
Right.
You know, the thing is, right, you can't and the thing and like a lot of people, when they take these circumstantial losses, they don't ever come back. Except for the great one. somebody that's truly great, they bounce back from a loss, especially if it's not a real loss. Oh, if you manipulated some shit, oh, okay, now watch this. I'll prove to you that it's fake. I can prove that loss was fake. I can guarantee you, if we ran it back, it'll look completely different.
I believe that wholeheartedly, man, because when he actually fought somebody in a Santion that was prepared, it was a completely different ball game.
Yeah, man. And Santiago it's not even that tough. He's not that. I mean, he's a tough guy, but he's not that.
Yeah, I would make you the heavy favorite over Santion.
Yeah, like what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, see what happens when he runs into a straight. Like,
see
what happens when he can't get past a jab. You know what I mean? See what
Facts. That's what Brian Norman exposed too. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, and Brian Norman wasn't even that good.
Hey, what is that? Is Brian Norman somebody? He's a champion at 40. I mean, at 47. Is that somebody you know?
Absolutely. I would love the Brian Norman fight if that might happen this year too.
Okay.
We might get the fight with Brian Norman. That'll be great.
Yeah.
I'm top 10 in the division now, baby.
All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He didn't crack that top 10.
I'm top 10, and I'm going to continue to get higher and higher up that ranking because the only thing I needed now is just consistency.
Yeah.
Now, I got my promotion. They're 100% Blair to Flair. They might as well be Blair to Flair promotions. Y'all fucking can't stop me no more. Don
Word.
Flair is 1, not 2, 1, and they're not batting against me like fucking Golden Boy.
Right.
Like,
So
come on.
Let me ask you this. How many more fights you got with DK?
Bro, I'll stay with DK till he die, man. I'll stay with DK till the wheels fall off.
That's what's up. Hey, well then you know what? That sounds like a fighter that's getting taken care of, and that's all you can ask for.
And I'm happy. I'm happy with it. You know what I'm saying? We got great communication now. Because before, maybe it's because a couple other things that probably have nothing to do with boxing.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that things is moving, and they're looking forward to this year being a big year. They recognize as like the last great champion of Don King Promotions, and what a history that is.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, legendary.
Yeah.
But you fast forward to 2025. I'm trying to think. You just don't see DK in the mix with the rest of these guys for the most part, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of little nuances that I have to put DK like at the forefront that will rival and even overthrow people like Eddie Hearns and Golden Boy very fast. I got some very intellectual, very smart people that's in some very interesting places to take over the sport of boxing, especially when it comes to media outlets and getting the people excited about boxing again. And when you have like a product like myself that you can literally sell all kinds of shit, man. I'm like the new cocaine on the block.
Wait.
Because almost everything about me screams brilliance. Like you can talk about my history, and that's a movie right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll put a rap album together. Like
no doubt.
Like maybe I'm gonna give it like maybe a week. Sometime next week, I'm gonna get and I'm gonna do a diss record.
Oh shit! Come on, Blair.
I already did a diss record for Ryan, but I had to put it in my pocket right quick.
Like on some real whack shit, like a real diss record.
Oh, a real good one.
Oh shit!
Oh, I got smoke for this nigga.
So Blair Cobbs coming with the bars?
Believe it or not, I used to always talk about this shit. I never really said that I was really I said I was going to do some shit, but I never really do it. I just was joking.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, it came out pretty good.
Oh shit! Now don't let me find out Blair got bars, man.
Don't be surprised if I'm like breaking all kinds of markets.
Well, let me ask you this, Blair. You planning on staying at 47 for a while? Is that where you comfortable at? That's where you feel like the big fights are for you?
Yeah, I feel great at 47. I'm 5'11", man. 5'11" and a
Yeah,
half. Probably be 6 foot probably by next year. Who knows? My
yeah.
body feels great. I'm running faster than I ever have. I'm fighting better than I ever have. My skills are improving at an alarming rate because I have a real trainer that's focused on just me, that took Caleb Plant from zero to Canelo. And I might even be better than fucking Canelo in a couple years. Who knows? Because
Hey,
I'm like where I'm at is in the perfect place for growth. And you know what's amazing? The history of boxing is changing. And everything about like what we know about the world and about our bodies and everything is changing and growing. Like I hit my growth spurt. I hit a growth spurt at 29 years old, dude.
that's crazy.
Is that of like a 26, 27-year-old man. People think I'm getting old with it, like, and then some shit happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People get caught real fast fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm here for this generation. I'm taking over. And it's very crazy what's going to be happening in the next few years. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I took an apprenticeship with Bernard Hopkins. You know why? Because I thought, what was the greatest thing that could ever be in boxing? If you had a person that had Roy Jones' ability and Bernard Hopkins' longevity and consistency and technique. If you had those two things and combined those two things, you got an unstoppable fighter that probably lasts well past say 40 years.
Well, that's a hell of a specimen if you put them two together.
Hell yeah, because to tell you the truth, Roy Jones' speed never really faded. And his timing never really faded that much either. It was just
Even when he went up, the speed was still crazy.
probably one of the only things that really messed with him is the fact that he went down in weight when he
Yeah. Well, everybody know that. Yeah, that's where you fucked up at.
like bro, okay, they're heavyweights. Who gives a fuck? You still
Yeah.
they still gotta catch you. They still gotta catch you, bro.
For sure. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Real quick, man. 'Cause I'm trying to fill some of the questions too from the chat. MEC say, what's your thoughts on fighting on Pro Box? Because they've been reaching out to certain promotional companies, and you got a lot of guys who's from Top Rank and other promotional companies getting featured on Pro Box, which I believe is just a growing great platform. Would you be interested in doing something like that?
Hey, man, Pro Box, I love Pro Box. I love what they're doing. If they have the money, the financial power to handle somebody like me, I don't mind.
Yeah.
UFC. I loved UFC. The UFC is about to open up their boxing portfolio with real fighters, with big fighters, other than just Callum Smith, which is like a low level. If they can handle the financial power of handling somebody like me, then I'm down. I'm ready, and like let's make it happen. And the crazy thing is, right?
Yeah.
I'm greedy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not outpricing myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
I just want to make sure that like everybody gets paid. My team gets paid. Make sure my promotion gets paid. My manager gets paid. Make sure everybody gets paid. You know, my best friend who is like the head of my basically almost everything. This nigga manages me.
I got to make sure he's straight. But you never struck me. You always struck me as somebody who cares more about legacy first than getting paid. Like you don't strike me as somebody who's going to ever outprice themselves. You kind of understand, what it is and what you're worth. So I understand that for sure.
Yeah, like if they can handle like a 300,000 for like a manageable fight, you know what I mean, then okay, then we can do that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If they can handle like 500,000 for like a good fight with like, let's say, um, what's the guy name that Boots fought? Karen.
Sugar John? Yeah, Karen.
Yeah, Karen Cocksucker, whatever his name is. Then we can do that. If we can
Right.
make sure that like we getting paid a good M, 2 M's, 3 M's for like a good Tiafimo or like a any of these guys.
Yeah.
Do that if they can handle a 10 mil fight for Ryan Garcia, because obviously I'm gonna promote it and he's gonna promote it, and it's
I know that boy. That shit'll be crazy.
10 million. He's definitely probably gonna get like maybe like 40. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, you know what I mean? We all getting paid, man. I mean,
Oh, you know what? I got a great question for you too, Blair. Because this has been an issue. And you can as a pro who's been in the mix and getting offers and contractual agreements here recently, there has been a issue with just recently Tank saying he sent the contract, and people are saying, listen, normally you get a verbal agreement first, right? So when you're approached about a fight, normally somebody's team reaches out to you and you verbally agree first, right? Is that how it normally happens for you?
Me? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or sometimes you just get a contract out of nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, for the AB fight, I got the contract first.
Okay.
Bro, I wasn't even sure if I was fighting until the day of the fight, motherfucker. Really.
Well, yeah. We all know how that build up was. Like we ain't know what AB was gonna do.
Yeah, I've been like just praying and hoping and praying and hoping, talking a whole lot of shit, praying and hoping, talking all that shit, praying and hoping. You know.
Yeah.
And like, tell you the truth, at the end of the day, man, only God has the power.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Like when it comes to the contractual agreements, it's like this. Like if they have good word on something that's possible that can make something happen, that's good. Or I'm just gonna keep talking shit into existence, just like the AB fight, just like the world titles.
No doubt.
People's champion. I've been saying I was a people's champion long before I got
you got the belt. No doubt. You have. That's real rap.
I've been calling myself great long before anybody said it. You know what I'm saying? So like let's just make this thing happen.
For sure. Shout out my guy Punch Talk, man. He say, do you see yourself as a champion by 2026, Blair? You feel like you're gonna be in the fold?
Absolutely. I see a lot of these fighters almost. You know what's funny? The way God works, right? The way God works is like this. First, there's like a backup. It's like a big hurdle, you know, where like all the water is just being held, and it's just a whole lot of pressure, and then boom, once it breaks,
floodgates,
and you just boom, hitting everything, boom, and that's what happens. So I'm just gonna keep applying the pressure, believing in God, applying the pressure, staying healthy, believing in God, and then eventually the floodgates is gonna break, and I'm a domino effect and knock all of them out the park.
No doubt.
I don't mind knocking every single one of the champions out. Mario Barrios, over, fast. 6 rounds I give him. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's crazy that none of them is
first round, because I'm silly like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what's funny about me, man?
What's that?
My cards are so stacked against my opponent that sometimes I just ace, joker.
You playing spades, they playing pity pat.
Should be fast, man. I ain't got time for this shit. You know what I mean? Like, long route. Watch this though, because your homeboy got the time.
That's what's up.
You up for the rest of the fight? You already down like 6, 7, 8 points. You got 3 knockdowns. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you're already behind.
Yeah, so I plenty of heat.
Well, hopefully, man, DK could deliver that. Because, see, this would actually be, if you do get a title shot, it'll be your very first world title shot versus one of these guys, right? Because Rocha wasn't a champion at the time. So, you know, yeah, man, if anybody is deserving, because I'm looking at some of the guys who are getting these title shots. And then you got guys like Gary Antoine getting back-to-back title shots. Tim Tszyu, who got back-to-back title shots. You got guys getting back-to-back, losing and going directly into another title shot. Earl Spence, another guy who just pulled out of a fight, but that would have been another, you know, title fight for him. So definitely just do. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you definitely deserve your crack at one of the titles, man, in my opinion, for sure.
This is a very interesting situation, whereas though most of the time, let me check my I want to check my battery. Okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, go ahead.
We live in a time where we're in what I call the BM. You know what I mean? And the BM is this. We're in a BM culture. We're in a BM era. And that's because that's post Floyd Mayweather era. Because what ends up happening, everybody wants to be like Floyd. The promoters, the matchmakers, everybody is just trying to be like something that they're not. There's a lot of fights that gets made just to manipulate something that's not real.
Word.
Like, come on, we all know that Alexis Rocha ain't that good. I took that fight on 1 week notice and still looked it pretty good. You know?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, my opening punch ripped his face to pieces. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna front, man. I thought you was gonna get him.
Oh yeah,
I
man.
was like, 1 week or not, Blair finna get Rocha. That's a wrap.
Oh yeah, man. I'm fucking delusional out this piece, man.
Yeah.
If I had a trainer that was more engaged, I would have still won the fight though.
Yeah.
I had a good game plan, but I'm the only one that's got a game plan. My trainer don't have a game plan. There's nothing going on. You know what I mean? Freddie Roach has a different way of doing things that just doesn't work for somebody like me.
Word.
It doesn't work for somebody that's trying to go for world title status. You need somebody that's 100% focused on you, that's actually got a game plan, that's actually focused and driven, and that can coach you through the fight. See, the thing is, Rocha has a trainer that's coaching him through the fight. He's like, oh, yeah, look, man, don't exchange with him. If you exchange with him, you're a dead man. I'm like, you're right.
Wait.
Exchange with me, you're a dead man. I'm an exchange fighter. You can't counter. You can't fight me. You're going to have to be very careful what you do with me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, he's got a guy. His trainer is focused on him and coaching him through the fight. I gotta tip my hat off to such a great trainer that Alexis Rocha has. You know what I mean? To pull that off. But yeah, I didn't have that.
Okay.
Even with like the let's say the fact that I didn't have like certain elements in my training camp to like get me the conditioning to wither out the whole fight.
Right.
With those handicaps, a good trainer could have coached me through that fight.
And again, though, you took the fight on a week's notice, bro.
Yeah, but with a trainer,
yeah,
like,
it could have been. It was possible.
Have with Maurice Hooker, he could easily coached me through that fight, like Justin Gamber, which is a terrific trainer.
I ain't gonna lie, that Maurice Hooker fight won me all the way over. I was like, God, this nigga Blair, you know what I mean? It's real. It got real for me right then.
Maurice Hooker was a tough ass fight.
Man, hell yeah. I ain't gonna lie, Blair. I thought Maurice was gonna get you, nigga.
I thought he was going. I'm sitting there stupid and delusional. I'm like, well, this is the same thing last time.
Yeah.
I'm down.
And see, that's the attitude that you got that I love, man, that I think a lot of your fans love about you. And that's a great segue point too, man. So we knew about your training situation with the Rocha fight. So what does that look like now? You got the same, who's your trainer now, and how's that chemistry now?
Well, I got a great trainer in Justin Gamber. Justin Gamber is he's the guy that took Caleb Plant from absolute zero. He was an amateur. Took him from the amateurs and brought him all the way up to Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez was his last fight, and he did really good against Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah,
Incredibly
he did
against Canelo Alvarez. Honestly, the only thing that he needed to do was just be ready to stop whatever. Like when you're dealing with a like say a really good chess player, one, you need a weapon too. You can't just be pop, 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 pop. Have a weapon too that's threatening enough to stop them from, from just doing whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And then you have to be a real good checker player, which he was. He was dominoing all of those rounds and getting all of those rounds in. He was winning.
Facts. Nobody can argue that Caleb Plant put up a hell of a fight versus Canelo. And then I think it got to the point where if he could have just survived and made it to the scorecards, it would have been interesting to see. So yeah, you absolutely right. Absolutely. And I think he gets rid of Gamble at that and gets Breadman, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had Breadman too. I was training with him before.
Okay, right.
Before he was big, you know what I'm saying? I used to train with him and Julian Williams, which was back in the day. He was like my greatest rival.
Oh, way.
All the time.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Each other's ass, man. Fucking each other's fights up.
Right. Gosh, almighty. All right, let me see if I can fill some more questions. Okay, says MEC says, would you fight for Andorra at 54? The ones who doubt you would say you are crazy, but your supporters would be with you. Now I don't think you would be eyeballing 54 right now, right, Blair?
I don't even know if Andorra should be even fighting at 54. First of all,
the cheat code. I call him the cheat code, bro.
For real, like how tall is this motherfucker? Like
he's 6'6", bro. He's like 6'5.5", man. 82-inch arm reach.
Shit, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to. I will have to like have Tyson in training camp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
I have to leap. I have to do Superman punches. Master the power and the art of Superman. Leap.
In a single bound and shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that would be a stretch, man. I think more than likely Blair's gonna be focused in on 47. There's so much going on there for him. What'd you say now, Blair?
I said I have to pull out one of them Street Fighter moves on his ass.
Damn right. A Saget. A Duke it, nigga. You need a Duke for that, nigga. For sure. Somebody say a rematch with Rocha. That'll never happen. He ain't fucking with Golden Boy no more. Golden Boy probably about to let Rocha ass go anyway. He on the back burner.
Golden Boy, I don't know, man. Come on, baby.
Yeah, we ain't gotta waste no breath on it. I already know that history fucked up.
Yeah, man. Like they definitely owe me some money from that 2-year layoff after Marie.
Oh, no, bruh. So Golden Boys do owe you bread?
Oh yeah, they promised me Virgil Ortiz, and then they and because I was on that crazy layoff, it messed up a whole lot of fights I could have made happen. I was on a roll after that Maurice Hooker fight.
You damn sure was.
I broke top 10, and I'm one of the very few fighters that fought at like a ex-world champion.
Yeah.
If dude was so good, why didn't he get him? You know
exactly.
They expected to knock me off. You know what I'm saying? And I took an even tougher fight than Alexis Rocha. Alexis Rocha went off to fight more pillow fights, and I fought a top 10 contender. Yeah, like I don't understand. So after that, like I'm expecting to fight Virgil Ortiz after, because that's what they promised me.
Yeah.
I said bet.
Whew.
You know what I'm saying? They think I'm, or am I a genius? So
I
then,
heard you spit a little bit of knowledge on Virgil Ortiz's situation at the time too about that rhabdomyolysis bullshit. You had a little bit of intel, or I could tell you was knowledgeable on the subject
yeah,
because you kind of equated it to somebody who could potentially be juicing.
I know, yeah, and like they didn't like me very much on that.
Yeah, and I felt like that's when it was an issue, bro.
See, the thing is,
I'm being real. I felt like as soon as you said that about the rhabdomyolysis bullshit, that's when y'all had some problems.
I mean, they're still trying to figure out who told me, bro. Nobody has to tell me, but
Yeah, you been around the sport.
yeah, like the thing is, right? Nobody knows what the fuck rhabdomyolysis is, right?
Right.
People that's gotten it. I know somebody that's gotten that shit 3-4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Don't that sound familiar?
Yeah. Yeah, question mark.
How'd you get that? Well, I was doing this and I was doing that and I was doing too much. Oh, that sounds very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It sounds like this dude is doing it too.
Yeah.
Because I used to hear a whole lot in training camp about how this guy was training so hard. It sounds like he was running red lights. Running red lights. And the only way you can run those red lights is if you're doing something. So then I called it out. And as funny as it seems, after about 2 months later, 2 or 3 months later, which is the exact amount of time it takes for it to get out the system, and then they called me out and be like, "Oh yeah, I need you to do this and retract your statement." So I retracted my statement. I have nothing to do with it, but it definitely seems a little sketchy.
Yeah, man.
Left it alone because the thing
I
is,
remember when you did it, bro. I can't remember who you did that interview with, but you broke it down and I was like, God damn. And not long after that, I was like, damn, it seemed like it was an issue with you saying that.
hey man, when people talk the truth, it's very interesting.
Facts.
It resonates. When truth hits you, it resonates because nobody knows what the hell rhabdomyolysis is. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
It's like
I found out from you what it was.
You want to talk about some oxstring. Like, bro, nobody that's fucking really juicing is talking about oxstring. You know what I mean? Nobody got popped for oxstring.
I stream.
Steroids, motherfucker. Like, if you gonna cheat, you gonna cheat all the way, motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So give us your breakdown of that shit with that whole Austrian situation. If I say, well, give me your breakdown of that whole Austrian situation. So you feel like because he got popped, talking about Ryan, because he got popped for Austrian, he wasn't really trying to cheat.
Well, this is what it is from my standpoint. Austrian has been known to be in some supplements that they don't really put on labels, and sometimes it's by accident. And it gives you a little bit of a boost, a little bit. But people that are actually really juicing don't use Austrian.
Right.
Not Austrian only. And if they did, it would have to be in a very, very large dosage to be of some kind of like help. So with that being said, it just doesn't, like, all the roads lead to the idea that like maybe it was potentially um tainted supplements. No,
Right.
supplement companies aren't gonna be like, oh yeah, that was us. No, they're gonna be like, oh man, no, that's not true. That's not true.
Yeah. And that sucks for Ryan because that'll be pretty much impossible to prove, so.
But I know that things happen.
Yeah.
So like, and I know that like when you're dealing with these tests and all that stuff that they have, it's like when he took the loss, it looked like they were looking for absolutely anything to justify the fact that he didn't just get his ass whipped in 4K.
Right.
So That's what happened.
Because it seems like a billionth of a gram would be hard as hell to detect or find.
Yeah, unless you were really looking.
You really looking. You looking like a motherfucker.
Bro, it's like a speck of like dust.
Yeah.
You know, so like I don't know. If you're juicing, it'll look more like Conor Ben, Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
You know, it'll look a little bit more like Alicia Baumgartner. Love her to death, but that happens.
Yeah. I mean, that's real juice and evidence over there.
Yeah. Like when you get caught, you get caught. You get caught. You know?
Yeah.
And it's not it's not like, oh yeah, they don't like look through 3 different types of microscopes to find that one thing that they got going on.
Speaking of this shit too, though, if it was presented to you, one of these fights was presented to you, and you seen how Devin Haney, he's come out, he's saying he's doing 365, 24/7. Is that something you would do with USADA or VADA? Would you sign up for that 365, 24/7 testing?
I don't know, man. Just because what for? My whole thing would be this: Devin Haney couldn't say shit about me. I got yo doctor, nigga.
Oh, you and Dev got the same doctor?
I would have. You know what I mean? I'll play some funny games with him too. You know what I mean?
What? No, I'm just saying if they was like, yo, we got this Devin fight for you tomorrow, but we just need for you to sign up 365 24/7. With VADA.
I don't know what to think about that shit. You know what I mean? I would like to just have the fights be normal. You know what I mean? With normal testing. I'm not going to be fucking drawing blood every day. You know what I mean? I might draw blood once. You know what I mean? Maybe twice. Beginning the camp, end the camp. I would love to see what happens when we draw his blood beginning the camp, because it takes 2-3 months for that stuff to get out your system.
Right.
Waiting for his test results, just like the Virgil Ortiz, and then boom, he just disappears, and the sting on his fight is off. Like I'll be waiting just like that. So
so you feel like getting getting tested twice for a fight is fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before camp,
the rest of the year, because here's the thing, it's an issue because a lot of these fighters feel like the rest of the year, or when these guys don't have fight, is when they could potentially be juicing, and then they'll taper off heading into a training camp.
I mean, the only people that's really worried about that shit is the people that's actually doing it. So why would Devin Haney be talking about that shit? Like, because it really doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that they're clean when it comes to the actual fight.
Yeah.
I just want to see great fights happen. I don't give a damn what they're doing outside of training for the actual fight.
Right. So you feel like PEDs can't help you if you're not using them in training camp in preparation for a fight.
I feel like I don't really give a damn. God has the end say so at the end of the day. If you think that PEDs can help you, but then you still get knocked the fuck out by Ryan Garcia, then so you know what I mean? Like he tried his best. Everybody swore up and down. Yeah, motherfucker, I even bet on Devin on that one. You know?
Shout out, I got my guy Punch, man. He definitely picked Ryan Garcia.
But I gotta go, man.
You gotta roll?
Yeah, I got
quality
time with my lady. You know?
Oh yeah, do your thing, man. Listen, I appreciate you coming through, man. Hopefully we'll do it again, right?
For real. Yo,
I'm gonna hold you to that, my guy.
What's the podcast name?
Heavy Bag TV.
Heavy Bag TV. There we go, baby.
Yeah.
Heavy Bag TV. Check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and at Blair the Flair for more exciting content. Official BlairTheFlair.com. Woo!
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Blair the Flair. I appreciate that love, big dog. One time for Blair, man. Thank you. Let me put the chat in the link because I know some of my guys may want to come up. Again, special thanks to Blair the Flair, man, coming through. I was able to bump shoulders with Blair and and Hall of Fame weekend out there in Vegas. And he was mad cool, man. I was chilling, and he was like, "Dude, you want to interview?" I was like, "Ah, yeah, cool." And it just seemed like a cool dude, man. We snapped some pics, got the interview. He actually did a shout out for the channel, but I'm sure he does so many he forgot. But great to have him on the show. I thought it was a great, dope interview. Thank you again, Blair. Cobbs. Feel like it was getting a little hot. We talking about that testing though a little bit, nigga. Listen, I know a lot of cats who are terrified, grown men, terrified of needles, getting their blood drawn. So thinking about testing 24/7, 365, where somebody can show up at your doorstep just like any fucking time and say, "Yo, give me some blood." You know what I mean? I can see where people could be uncomfortable with that shit. So I ain't mad at nobody who ain't willing to do so. But for those who are willing to do so, I think it's admirable. Let me put it that way, right? Because I'm definitely not mad if you don't want to do that shit. Like if you feel like Blair or Boxing Kangaroo, I see what you said, fuck 365. I understand. But if you are, I think it's admirable as well. Because, at the end of the day, what other better way is there to at least attempt, right? You just want to at least attempt to clean up the sport. Right? You want to just attempt to do the shit. That's all I'm saying. Shout out everybody in the chat. Coco, what up, girlfriend? Good to see you. Slick 50 in the building. My guys, for show, man, for show. I am actually going to start a link. A jump on the ground with Blair. He don't even know it, so I'm gonna invite all of y'all in there. So hopefully he'll be able to, he'll fuck with all of us. But again, the Turk tournament link is in the chat. I think it is. If you want to come up here, you got some thoughts on it. I like it. I ain't gonna front. I do. I like both of the matchups, and I'm glad that the Turk is interested in these two fights in particular. Right. Matter of fact, everything that the Turk is interested in, I like, and it's only because he's got the winning formula, because the Turk is just listening to the fans, bro. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there who just like patriotic and they saying, man, I want all of the fights to be in America. And listen, man, I don't give a shit where the fights happen at. And you're never going to kill American boxers because niggas are going to box from all over the country. They're eventually going to make a name for themselves. It's just going to happen. You got cats from, and no disrespect, respectfully from places like the Ukraine and Kazakhstan. Like these are like almost third world country type shit, bruh. Like, you know what I mean? And you have fighters that emerge. So you're going to always have really good and great American boxers. I don't give a shit where it takes place. If all of the big fights were to take place in Saudi Arabia for the next year or so, I wouldn't give a shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I was such a big fan of that guy from America, I would catch him when he was in America on his way up. That's when you're supposed to be watching his ass anyway. You know what I mean? But if it's a payday for him to take that fight over there in front of 19 people, so the fuck what? I don't care, bro. I just want to see it, nigga. I just want to see the fight. Make that shit happen. And that's just the fan in me. I can't speak for nobody else. That's just how I feel. And when you think about it, in the past, you had a lot of mega fights that wasn't. Nigga, think about the Rumble in the Jungle, nigga. That shit wasn't in America. You know what I mean? That's one of the most infamous fights ever. So, yeah, I mean, shout out to Turk, nigga, man. One time for the Turk, nigga. Oh, Arsenio Hall shit, nigga. Hit the nigga with the old Arsenio, nigga. But yeah, man. And look, Ryan, I commend Devin, even though I think he fights Ramirez next. It looks like it's being reported that he fighting Ramirez, which I ain't gonna lie, that could be a stinker for a lot of people. I find it to be somewhat interesting, and that's just me because for some reason, when it comes to the sport of boxing, I can just find interest in damn near any fight. You know, I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse, but I fuck with it either way. For a lot of people, a lot of criticism is going to come from that fight for sure. Neither one of them probably going to knock either one of them out. But it should be interesting, right? And Devin needs that. Devin needs that. He didn't need to go in there straight away with a killer, in my opinion. This is the fight that Devin needed, and I think he knew it, his team knew it, his pops knew it. I ain't mad at that fight because that's what you need coming off of that Ryan Garcia ass whipping for sure. And the Teofimo Lopez Boots fight, I absolutely love it. Credible opponent for Boots Ennis, and I think he gets a lot of recognition if he's in there, if he's able to go in there, especially at 47, and show the difference between a good big man and a good little man. And I think you get you have to give him a lot of recognition for that. But again, shit can sport an apple cart for sure, and I think that's probably what I'm more worried about than anything. All right, let me get to some of this because y'all talking. My girl Coco say, right, put on the fight. Facts. Slick 50 in the chat, he said, most of the mega fights were always out of the country anyways. Facts, bro. That's all I'm saying in history. For sure. Punch Talk in the chat, he said, Big Turk bringing it back to greatness. Real rap. Adam Hurley, ain't seen you in a minute, man. What up, Adam Hurley? There are a lot of great fights to be made. Facts. Coco, who you got in that fight? In the rematch? Let me know if you're talking about the Haney Garcia rematch, and if that's the one I'll address first. And I'm gonna say this again: if you go back, and I urge everybody, go back and watch Ryan versus Devin 1. It's not like Devin didn't have some success. He was having some success. And he even rocked Ryan one time with a right hand. It ain't really hurt him, but he felt that bitch, and he kind of shook it off and was like, come on. Right? When he decided to box, he had a ton of success. I just believe he had the completely wrong game plan. For some reason, they wanted to go in there and knock Ryan out, and that's just not what Devin Haney does. But when Devin Haney sticks to what Devin Haney does, somebody who, and I like Ryan. I like the guts on Ryan. I like the hand speed. I like the power. But outside of that, nothing special about Ryan. Definitely the footwork has never been impressive. And somebody like that, Devin, outboxes 2 out of 3 times, in my opinion. I think it's a mistake for Ryan to run it back, but he has to. If there was no Osterin or PED scandal behind this fight, I don't think he runs it back. But because he has to try and save face, he has to say, hey, listen, I told you I whooped his ass. It ain't had nothing to do with no Osterin. He has to run it back to save face. And because of that, Devin Haney's going to come in there with a completely different game plan. And backfoot Devin outboxes Ryan Garcia 2 out of 3 times, in my opinion. So listen, man, I got to take Devin Haney in the rematch. I just think they learn from their mistakes, which, nigga, you fought the wrong fight, and backfoot Devin reemerges in part 2. And he boxes his way to a victory, probably 8-4, 7-5, in my opinion. Oh, you was talking about Teofimo and Boots. Oh, man, that's tough, man. That's tough because it seems like when it's time to rise to the occasion for Teofimo Lopez, it seems like he always does. And again, on this platform, my platform, I got to give niggas credit. I do. God knows I do. I do. And a lot of people ain't going to agree with me. A lot of people ain't going to like the way I talk.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
That's facts. But I got to give cats credit. And for what Teofimo Lopez has been able to do, despite whatever racial comments he's made, and that's why I don't fuck with Teo or Ryan. Let's get that understood. But I try and keep it boxing. All right? Outside of boxing, fuck both of them. But Teo has a tendency to rise to occasions against the toughest competition. And make no mistake about it, Boots would be the toughest competition. But because he's smaller, because Boots is acclimated at 147 pounds, because once they fight, it could very well be Teo's very first time at 47, I do put him at, a disadvantage. And I don't give a damn what Boots look like versus Karen Shakajan. Teo ain't Karen Shakajan. Teo, a lot of the times, definitely want to lock some horns for real. And he's the smaller man. I would have to lean towards Boots in that fight. I wouldn't be surprised if Teo gave him a run for his fucking money because he has a tendency to rise to the occasion. For some reason, he fights at the level of the competition of the scrubs that we don't, the Steve Claggett's. And shout out to Jermaine Ortiz. I think he's a really good fighter, but I always felt like Teo was just a level above, but he fought at the level of a Jermaine Ortiz. But when it came to the top dogs, right, when it came to the lineal champions, to the Lomachinkos and the Josh Taylors, Teo rose to the occasion. Teo beat Josh Taylor like he stole something, and it wasn't even close in my opinion. So gotta give him his credit. But I just think Boots, you couple Boots' size with the power, the speed. I think Teo ain't used to nobody having that kind of real speed like Boots is going to have at 47. He might stagger Teo and get him out of there, to be honest. Just keeping it a beam. So yeah, Coco, I'm going to take Boots, Boop. I'm going to take Boots, Boop. DJ in the chat. My God, DJ. What up, DJ? That's my dog from down here. He said, Heavy, do you think Boots should be more focused on Unifying 47? Yeah. I wouldn't be, now we heard, talks about the Stanionis situation. Hopefully they can get that done. Because these particular fights, I just don't believe will take place until the second half of 2025. We're getting the reports about Devin Haney probably fighting Ramirez, Ryan probably fighting Pitbull. And again, I think all of that could upset the apple cart. So you got time for Boots to try and unify versus Stanionis. So that'll make it even more interesting if he fights Teo as a unified champion at 47. So yeah, that's everybody. So yeah. So I think he will attempt to unify because it doesn't make sense moving forward if he doesn't do that first. Your reputation's already taken a hit for ducking Virgil Ortiz at 54 because you said you want to stay and unify. And if Eddie's not going to pay one of these guys in your very next fight, here comes a shit ton of backlash. And you can't, you already struggling with the PR. You can't take no more of that shit. For sure. If you Boots. DJ in the chat, he said, did we learn Devin's IQ questionable if he showed he can't adjust during a fight? Yeah, but you know what? I think DJ, because there was history there with Ryan Garcia, and it was the fact that it was Tank's leftover, he wanted to match it. I don't think it was necessarily the IQ more than it was, what's the word for it? Because Devin has the IQ. I think he showed it very well versus Regis Prograis. But there was no rivalry there, right? There was no real motivation to knock Regis out. Ryan was a different story. This was game 7. And I think he really wanted to prove something to the world. And that's why he took his eye off the ball. So I would chalk it up to that versus, showing questionable IQ, in my opinion. Adam Hurley in the chat, he said Devin needs to lock up that defense. Ryan will probably come firing like he did last time. Facts. And I think he does. Again, backfoot Devin is tough. It's only when Devin decides he wants to actually engage in fights where he takes punishment. But when he's backfoot Devin, he's boxing, he's a tough out, man, whether you like him or not, right? I'm not the biggest, Devin Haney supporter, especially as of recently, I should say, especially what he's done. I think his reputation is taking a black eye as well. But I got to give him credit for what he can do in the ring. And when he's backfoot Devin, he's a tough out. For sure, my nigga Punch say big facts, fuck both of them. Big facts. You already know, my guy. Oh, Lord have mercy. RC in the damn chat. RC, the villain of the super casual. Yeah, I got to let RC have it. Shout out my guy RC in the chat. He said, "You right, Heavy. Shout out to Turkey. When I see him, I need $30 on pump." You ain't shit, bro. You ain't shit, bro. I need $30 on pump for a Big Mac combo and a jerky kit and a black ice tree car freshener. See what I'm saying? This is why I give him the treatment I give him, man, because he coming. You know what? He's a big part of that player haters, that motherfucking player haters ball.
Oh man, hey.
You know I see coming through with the hate, boy. Oh man, you got my, you done made me bust a gut, bro. Goddamn you, RC. 9 in the chat. I got 9 say most times the first response is a true response. Devin's first response is no, I don't want to fight Ryan again. Yeah, he did say that. But scared Devin, because that implicates that he doesn't want to fight him again, meaning he'd be scared to fight him again, right? And I think a scared Devin equals a cautious Devin equals an even more backfoot Devin equals even harder to touch. And that jab, in my opinion, just ain't going nowhere. Oh, look, Jessica in that chat. What up, look, Jessica? I appreciate you stopping through, boo boo. Now in the chat, say like I said earlier, if T.O. can do a fraction of what Karen done, Boots might have problems. That's facts. And we've known T.O. to rise to the occasion. Adam Hurley say, will T.O. actually take the fight though? Turkey's involved, bro. Yeah. T.O. been crying about money for a minute. T.O. has admitted that he's never even made $1 million with all of these headliners he's done for Top Rank. He's come shy of $1 million a few times. Never even made $1 million. So when Turk cut him that $5 million check, hell yeah, T.O. gonna take it, and he gonna take it with a smile for sure. Coco said, yeah, I think it was ego playing a part in there. Facts. Big facts, Coco. Absolutely. Big facts. Adam in the chat said, Devin came into the Ryan fight being criticized for having no power, so he wanted to knock Ryan out the whole fight. Yep. Real rap. And I feel like he wanted to beat Ryan in the same fashion Tank beat him in, right? Since he was fighting Tank's leftovers, you wanted to at least match that energy. But you lost. You got the brakes beat off of you. Punch said, RC, part of the cult of Tank. Them niggas scared change. Word. He is. That's what he is. Sports ASAP. The cult of Tank is terrified if change. Big Turk is Freddy to them. Big Turk is Freddy to them niggas. Facts, bro. Real rap. And I just can't understand the hate on Turk, man. Again, for those of you who may be hearing this for the very first time, that's like you. And I'm talking to everybody who's looking. Make sure y'all smashing that like button too. To anybody who's listening, that's like you waking up tomorrow and you hit the Mega Millions, man, for 50 billion. and you're a big boxing fan, and you like, God damn, I just got money to burn. I'll take $1 billion and fuck with boxing. Let me go make some of the best fights I think is possible. And it's not even, I believe it's some of the fights he wants to make, but he's listening to the fans, because a lot of these fights are fights that the fans have been calling for, bro. You know what I mean? That's what I equate it to. And I'm like, man, how could I be mad at that? How could I be mad if RC got $50 billion tomorrow and he wanted to make some good boxing matches that people were asking for? How? You can't, man. You can't be mad at that shit. DJ in the chat, he say, Heavy is your Ryan. Would you use an independent drug test? Oh, if you're Ryan, excuse me. Would you use an independent drug tester in case VADA too close to the Haney? Yeah, like I ain't mad at Ryan. If you want to use USADA or anybody else credible, I would. You know what I mean? And I would do the VADA. Just in case VADA picked up some shit that they didn't, I could use that as an example. Like, look at this shit. Look what, ain't nobody else pick up this shit, but look at VADA picking up some bullshit, right? So I wouldn't give a fuck, you know. And I'm speaking from a place where I know I would be clean anyway. So if he believes he's gonna be clean anyway, why not? Fuck it. Fuck it, it's just a drug. To me, I'm not scared of needles and getting blood drawn, so I wouldn't give a fuck. No. Punch Dog, he said 1-2 Turk coming for you. I had him early in the chat. I'm predicting Boots versus Garcia. Oh, that would be the winners. So Garcia beats Haney and Boots beats Tio. It could very well happen that way, man. That's a big fight too. And Ryan Garcia has expressed interest in fighting Boots as well. He's heading that way anyway, man. Ryan's big, he probably should have been at 47. He can't even make 40. It only makes sense to go to 47. And I hope that they make all of these fights at 47. These niggas weighed in at super middleweights anyway. So, 47, here they come, like it or not. All right, man, I ain't gonna spend too much more time up here. We didn't have anybody that wanted to come and voice some concerns or some opinions. I want to thank everybody for checking out the Blair Cobbs interview. Thank you, man. Oh, I should be getting Richardson Hitchens up here next. Shout out my guy Mill City. Shout out my guy Jay Butter. I appreciate y'all, man, putting me on, helping me secure some of these fighters for the channel as well. Man, just the boxing community, man, who fuck with me. Like, when you do YouTube and you do these shows, and I go on other people's shows from time to time. You never know who's looking. You never know who rock with you, man, and appreciate your thoughts, your views, your opinions, and like what you do. So, some cats out there that fuck with your boy, man, and I appreciate that, and hopefully I can, reciprocate that as much as possible. All right. Shout out Blair the Flair too, man, for standing on word coming through. Yeah, man. Shout out everybody in the chat as well, man. It's Saturday. Hope y'all enjoying. I'm gonna get ready for this game tonight. I'm finna get the hell up out of here. All right. So all I got for y'all on this one, Big T.O. Heavy Bag. Boy, I'm getting the hell up out of here. Let's get it.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Y'all make sure you go sub to my man Heavy Bag Boxing, baby.
Get your dumb ass in, hit this bag.
The Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Y'all just go ahead and subscribe to Heavy Bag Boxing TV, as he be lit on his channel.
And Heavy Bag Boxing.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Yo, shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV. That's my little bro.
Prince Bank 412 in the building. Shout out to my guy T.O. Heavy Bag Boxing TV. Get your bitch ass in here and hit this bag.
Heavy Bag Boxing, all right? You heard it from me. You heard it here first.
Heavy Bags Boxing. Straight out of Norfolk, baby. Let's go.
What's up, y'all? Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
You are tuned in to Heavy Bag Boxing. Get your and hit this bag.
Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing. It's the one and only Blair the Flair. Woo!
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Zach, Super Judah, 6-time champion world. I'm giving a big shout out to my home team, Heavy Bag TV. You heard? Keep it live.
This is Showtime Sean Porter, and you are watching Heavy Bag Boxing.